my friends. Just gonna see if but I think I'm going to be fine. I've got a new setup for my video, so I'm very happy. Hi Dixie Bell. Hi guys. Welcome to Frankfurt in Germany. Guys, my name is Angela and I am the owner and creative energy of Elfen Helden. I'm a premier retailer for Dixie Bell over here in Frankfurt in Germany. Hi Michelle, hi Leona, thank you for tuning in. Yes, my shop is located nearby Frankfurt here in Germany, and I'm very happy to be on the Dixie Bell page tonight. Who joined me last week. We started this sideboard here, and we're going to create some Rust and Patina just with the chalk mineral paints, as the Patina collection is not available over here in Europe. And I just wanted to show you that you can use the normal Dixie Bell paints and the Moonshine metallics to create a similar effect. Guys, when you tune in, just let me know where you're watching from, say hi to me, and I'll be very happy if you pop over to my page and leave me a like there. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. And if you want to, you can distribute this video also. Nobody has a problem with that. So guys, the colors we've been using on this is aubergine and antebellum blue and mermaid tail. Obviously this is just the first coat, it's not going to stay like this. And we started the base for that. I'm just going to put the camera a bit more down so you can see that better. And we started the base for the rust. This is the chalk mineral paint Rusty Nail, and we used some sea spray, mixed that up to create a really crusty finish basically. And this is the base for our rust and patina we're going to do. And I've already mixed my metallics to go to, well, where we start with, which is gonna go over it. Hi Amy, thank you for tuning in. This is firstly going to be like a copper color. I'm just gonna show you, which is just, this is like, and this is mixed from the Moonshine metallics rosé with the gold digger, and I've put a little bit of plum crazy and rusty nail into it. So the last time I used barn red, I didn't have it here, so I'm just going to use that. And the second metallic as a base for the iron rust, this is like this, and this I mixed from, hi Gracia, I mixed with also Moonshine metallics, a little bit of gold digger, a little bit of the, I have to look, silver bullet. I've put some coffee bean into it, and well, that's basically what came out. A little bit of rusty nail also. So you can mix those together. And what we're going to do now, they're all already shake them up, they're all nicely mixed. Obviously, when you use your chalk mineral paints, you mix them up very, very well beforehand to make sure that all the ingredients are mixed together. And we are going to start just over here, and you can see the rust is gonna go just across and over to the side, then up. And I'm going to use some chip brushes for it. I've got some baby wipes because I'm a messy painter. I've got the normal chip brush from Dixie Bell, and I've got the premium chip brush from Dixie Bell. Right way around helps. The premium chip brush from Dixie Bell, because we're gonna go over this rough surface, and I'm not gonna use the very nice brushes for it. So guys, when you tune in, just say hello, let me know where you're watching from. And I'm also, just get a baby wipe straight away because I know myself. And we are just gonna go over it just randomly with those two colors. I'm going to use the paint out of the lid first, and just let the brush into it, and then we're gonna go going to place it on there randomly. This is basically, yeah, this is, we're going to achieve this look with a layered, we are going to layer the paints. I'm sorry guys, I'm German after all, and sometimes I'm just like, my tongue is just has a knot. But you know what I mean. We're layering paints, and that's how we're going to achieve at the end basically that rust finish. Obviously it is much easier with the Patina collection, but as I said, we're not getting it over here in Europe. So that I'm going to do it this way. And the nice thing about it is that as this is only the chalk mineral paints and the Moonshine metallics. Hi Mary, thank you for tuning in. It's very environmental friendly. It's got no smell to it. Who's worked with the Patina collection knows that you have to use it in a well ventilated room or area basically, because it's got some smell to it, and if you do it this way you don't have that problem. So now I want to cover up the hole. I'm just gonna go right up. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna go, and by now I've just used the paint I've got in the lid here. And for mixing the paint, I've used those Dixie Bellers, also those empty jars, which are nicely wide and open, so you can get in there with your brush also. You know, you can get those jars from Dixie Bell also. If you want to mix your own paint, shades and stuff like that, you can do it that way. So now I'm gonna come back with some rust. I'm not gonna use any water at the moment. I usually like to paint with a damp brush or something like that, but for this look at the moment I don't want it. So I'm just gonna blend the copper a little bit into it. It looks a total mess at the moment, but that's basically what it's supposed to be, because this is then at the end creating the base for that rusty finish. Hi Lois, thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions guys, just leave them in the comments. I will see if I can answer them straight away, and maybe Dixie Bell can help me a little bit. Otherwise I'll come back in later and check on your questions to answer them later. Hi Valerie. So, as I said, I'm just going to put it down randomly. And you can already see, it already looks like really crusty. Blend it in. You can see that those you basically do that up to a way where you think you like it, and if it's too coppery or too bright, what you think, you just can come back with the darker mixture, just to darken it up again a little bit. So this is basically, well, it's not it. The second coat of the aubergine and the antebellum blue and the mermaid tail I'm going to do after I finish the crustiness, because we're going to dry that quickly, and then we are going to basically do the magic, as I call it. Usually the spray from the patina does the magic, and we are just going to use water and another color to do the magic. What do you think by now? Does it look rusty and crusty? Hi Christine, thank you for tuning in. So guys, how are you anyway? Did you have well, a pretty decent Easter? What did you do? I mean, it was like over here you were not allowed to visit family and stuff like that. So that was pretty weird, pretty strange. This is we had beautiful weather, which is very unusual for Easter time over here. We usually have it's pretty cold on Easter in the Frankfurt area, and we had years where we still had snow at Easter time, but this year Easter was just absolutely pretty. Well, I'm using copper. Yes, I'm using my own mixed copper. I'm not using the patina collection. I'm recreating it basically with the chalk mineral paints and the Moonshine metallics, because we don't get the patina collection over here in Europe. So I have to work in another way. So, and as I said, I'm just mixing those two together. Just gonna go in the middle there also a little bit. You can do that as far, you can go as far as you like to have it. That was a bit too much of the copper. Come back in a little bit with the darker color and just dab it in. There's no rule or anything how it's supposed to look. And there's going to be another color on top anyway. So that's how it looks by now. That's the base for our rust. And I'm just going to dry it quickly. Guys, when hi Naomi, hi to Australia. What's the time there in Australia? It's is it morning? Is it morning? 9 o'clock in the morning? Is that right? I'm not quite sure. Guys, I'm using a heat gun. Sometimes use a hair dryer. We are just doing that to speed up the process. When you do your painting, just let the paint dry normally. It's just, we are going to speed it up here that you get to see something, you know, otherwise it would take too long. But the chalk mineral paints, who's worked with them, they dry pretty quickly anyway. So even with a heat gun, it's just like in a minute, basically. So just gonna go over it quickly to dry it. Okay, I really like that. I have to show you close up. Hang on guys, I'm going to get you flying. I'm going to get you flying. Hang in there. Sorry, but you have to see that close up. What do you think? Can you see like this crustiness and everything in here? And this is basically achieved with the sea spray, you know. That's basically really crusty. And this is the base for the. I'm just going to pop you back in there. This is basically the base for the patina, which it's gonna go on top of it now. So, but I'm firstly going to put my brushes in a damp baby wipe, because as I said, the paints, they dry really quickly, and use my sprayer bottle, my mister, to keep it a bit damp. so that it's easier to clean them later. Because those paints, they really stick very well to the sinks. Just put that to the side. That's pretty dry. That should work. That should work now. So now we're gonna come in. Firstly, I don't know if I'm going to use the rusty nail. I've created it before. I didn't use it. I thought maybe I tried this time to put like those two together. But I'm definitely going to use the Golf, which is basically going to be the like the drippy copper patina. Well, it's going to look like that then. So again, shake it up, shake it baby, shake it, shake it, shake it. And now I'm going to use a spray bottle. For this type of look, you could use a normal spray bottle. I haven't got mine with me here because I'm moving back and forth from my place to my sweetheart. We have a long distance relationship for almost 9 years now, so it's about 80 kilometers away from me, so I'm just moving back and forth. And I've got a little studio at his place where I've been painting yesterday, and today I'm at home at my own studio, and so therefore I haven't got everything with me all the time. So you could use for this look a normal spray bottle because we want to achieve a little bit of drips and stuff like that. Well, I've got my Mister bottle. I'm gonna get a little closer to have a bit of a harder spray and do it that way. Oh, hi Kristana. Ah, that's nice. Ah, I'm happy you're joining me. Hi sweetheart, how are you? So, let's do it. Okay, shake it up nicely. As always. Bang it on the floor if it doesn't open. So, and as I said, this is in the Golf I'm using now, and in the Golf is a beautiful teal. So we got the seal in the lid, you can see, and this is going to be. I'm fine, darling. So I'm doing my best and I keep painting away. So I'm really enjoying it at the moment. No, there's nothing else we can do, so trying to do my best out of it. So I'm going to use that now, and I'm going to use the French tip brush from Dixie Belle. It's got natural bristles and is nice and hard, as a little firmer from the bristles, and this is going to work beautifully with that. So dampen it up a little bit. Now we're going to work. It can be nice and damp. You've got to be a little careful that we don't reactivate the paint underneath, because that's not what we want to have. Well, that's right, the weather is pretty nice over here, so at least we can go outside. I mean, we're not in Germany, we are not forced to stay inside, we are allowed outside, only with 2 people at the time. Unless you're a family, you can take your kids. So, but apart from that, you're only allowed to be seen outside with not more than 2 people. And even in your garden or something like that, you're not allowed to have like parties and things like that, which is probably pretty hard for some people. Okay, so what I'm doing now, take my Mister bottle. I'm just going to put it on here randomly. So it looks a right mess. And then I'm going to spray it to get it dripping. So you can help it with the fingers a little bit. And that's basically how I create the patina with chalk mineral paints and Moonshine metallics. It's not very hard, as you can see. You know, that's pretty pretty easy. I mean, obviously in the US you can use the Patina collection. It saves you mixing paints and stuff like that. But as I have a lot of questions from our European friends, help it a bit with your fingers. There's no perfect look to be. Can you see? Spray it nicely to have it drip down. There you go. That's how you can create rust and the patina look with just the chalk mineral paints in Moonshine Metallics. So if some of our European friends are watching, that might help them a little bit if they want to do something like that. And you can water it down as far as you want, obviously. And we still want to have some of the original rust we've put on to show through. Here also, let it drip nicely down. That's it. So, clean it up underneath a bit, because I don't want it a bit of a mess, as you can see. But it works. Probably would have been, well, then we could have laid it down, but then we haven't got that drippy part. Hello, Heike. So, that's the patina we've just done, and I don't think I'm gonna come in with the rusty nail. Put a little up. Use the fingers for it. Just to move it around a bit, and that's it. You don't want to have it. Too regular. This is supposed to be an irregular finish, basically. So that's the patina I want to have. Still, I want to keep it a bit separate to the other paint. Wipe it off a little bit and let it dry. I'm going to do it on the inside there also. Hi, mein Hase. So, that's my sweetheart, Deckel Money. He is my sweetheart. He just tuned in. So if you want to, you can say hello to him. So, okay. That's it. There we go. Put it around the corner here. Hi Connie, thank you for tuning in. Hi Odette. Guys, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. And if you want to shop the Dixie Belle products, I've put the link in in the comments right on top, so you can check for your local retailer. If your local retailer is closed at the moment, please contact him. A lot of them I know from the US, they do deliveries and stuff like that and curbside pickup, so please support them, guys. It's especially at the moment, it's very important. And also for over here, check for your local retailer. You in Europe, you can find them also on the Dixie Belle page. If you haven't got a local retailer, I'm very happy to help you. I've put my link up there also. So I ship throughout Europe, and shipping still works really well. So I'm going to leave it like that now. Sometimes you just have to stop, and I'm gonna come back in now with I'm going to have the trims. Those are the wood bands we've put on last week. Those are the trim is the TR 4050A. That's the small trim. That's right, 4050A, that's the small trim. And this was a keyhole. This was like a horizontal keyhole. I've cut it apart and I've put it around this keyhole, which was the 996 from Wood U Band, and also the Wood U Bands you get from Dixie Belle. And the Dixie Belle retailers, they also carry the Wood U Bands. So all the Wood U Bands I've used, you can get from them also. So, just there's still some blobs which are too blobby for me. I want to have that a bit more irregular. Just like this. You can come back in with your spray bottle as much as you like, just to basically. So. Now, also I'm going to put this in a wet baby wipe to keep it moist, so the bristles don't dry in. And yes, we do still have a little bit of time. And now I'm gonna come back in with some of the aubergine and antebellum blue and stuff like that. The trims, I want to have a little bit of the copper. I'm gonna use a new French tip brush for that. Brand new. Isn't that beautiful? Still new. So now I'm going to have some copper around those things. I'm just gonna come back in. You could paint also the wood bands before you basically put them on. I didn't want to for this look. This is going to be a rusty, crusty, not perfect look. So, and Dixie Belle, the only thing I really wish from you, because I am an absolute copper fan, can you please make a copper metallic, please? That would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, the metallics are beautiful, and the good thing is that you can mix basically, as you can see, a nice copper color. So I'm gonna go around it like this. Still very messy. Bit wet down there, still from the dripping down. Can you see what I'm? Yes, you can see. I always have to check. At least my camera is back okay. I had for 2 weeks. I had big problems with the Facebook Lives, because when I put my camera in horizontal view, I couldn't see. There was it was like totally blown up the picture. So I could just not see what you were seeing, which was really annoying. So I just get those trims shaded in the copper. And then we're gonna go over it with the blending of the aubergine and the antebellum blue to get it basically together. So which side you can see better? I think this side you can see better. I will continue there then. So how's the situation in your area now? They are thinking about now over here to open up the schools and back like that. So thank you, Louise. That's nice. Guys, if you haven't done it yet, please pop over to my page. Leave me a like there. That'll be absolutely great. So, aubergine. I'm going to get my mini brushes now. Back to the synthetic brushes. Aubergine I've used earlier. That's why I've had it in a plastic bag. And okay. Answering somebody. Shake it up nicely. It's like the top color is aubergine, this is antebellum blue, and on the bottom this is mermaid tail. So, and if you ask me what my favorite color from Dixie Belle is, I couldn't answer it because they're all so nice. I just love their colors. Okay. So, let's go. Always just use a little paint and we're going to spray it a bit. I'm going to come in here. So, and with this blend down here, I don't want to have like a smooth blend between the colors. I want them to blend into each other, but you know, but sometimes when you blend, you don't want to make out which colors you were using. But with this, obviously, I would like to see the colors I've been using. So, go here. I'm going to go a bit underneath also with the aubergine. Just go in there. Go in there from the top also. And now I'm first going to layer my colors again. Antebellum blue. Shake it up nicely. Yeah, that's right. That's yeah. The colors, it depends on the light and on the camera and stuff like that. Obviously I'm using, I've got artificial light at the moment, so that might look a bit different for you. So I'm using antebellum blue now. Get another mini brush. See, I take this one to show you. I love my mini brushes, so they look all very used. So there you can see, that's the mini, and this is a mini I've used quite a lot by now. So I love the mini brushes. They've got synthetic bristles, and they're absolutely beautiful to paint with. They hold a lot of paint, and you don't need a lot of paint anyway. I keep it moist, just dampen it a little bit. And then I'm gonna come with my antebellum blue, just dip it in there, and then I'm gonna come underneath here lay it down. Again, I'm using first the paint out of the lid. Gonna go against the trim and down here. And obviously I don't want to paint into the rust. And if you feel your paint is dragging, just damp it up a little bit. Just use your mister bottle, spray it a little bit, and that's it. Come against here. So, no. And when you blend paints together, the mister bottle is your best friend. A good brush and the mister bottle. So come back with the aubergine. See if there's still some paint on there. A little bit of paint. So, and I just want to smooth it out a little bit. Keep it moist. Just want to smooth it out a little bit because I want to keep basically the colors separate. I just want to blend them into each other just a little so that there's no hard line. That's basically what I want to do. I'm already looking like a pig. Come back with my antebellum blue. Work it up into the aubergine. Dampen it up a little bit. There you go. And if you feel you want to have it a bit more further down with the aubergine, you just come back with your aubergine. So, quite like it that way. Try to keep my brushes on the paint where it's supposed to be. And now I'm going to do it on the side here also. It's obviously a bit tricky. Work it a little up and down. Come in with your aubergine. When the brush picks up too much of the other paint, just clean it. Oh, okay, all right. Just get a bit of the aubergine. Just put it down here. The only thing I want to have, I just don't want to have like a hard line. And I'm not going to go in with a neutral brush this time also because this is not supposed to be like a perfect blend transition. I'm going to have it like this. There's also people, they don't even change brushes in between their colors when they do the blending. I like to do that because I want to keep the colors a little apart. So that's how I like it. And a little bit on this side now. Still got a couple of minutes. Time is always flying when you paint. Do you feel that also? Oh, hi Dana. Thank you for tuning in. How are you, sweetheart? Time is absolutely flying when you're painting. I feel anyway. So, got it on the side here. And as I said, when you feel that the paint is dragging, just use the mister bottle and mist it a bit down. So that's it. A bit of the antebellum blue. There you go. That's how I want to have it. And then I'm going to come in at the bottom with the mermaid tail. So I've been shaking that up beforehand. There's not much left in there anyway. I'm going to grab another, where's the other mini? There it is. My very well used mini brush. Keep it damp. Thank you, Lou. So guys, when you tune in and also when you watch replay, just let me know where you're watching from. So, in the bottom. I'm always using the paint out of the lid first because there's always quite a bit of paint left in the lid, which you can obviously use. Push it into the corners there. If it drags, just mist it down. That's the nice thing about those chalk mineral paints from Dixie Belle. When you keep them moist, you can move them as long as you need to till you're happy with the result you're seeing. And even when they have dried, I mean obviously not when they have cured after 30 days, or for a couple of days anyway, obviously then you can't reactivate them. But if you are working like this, you can basically reactivate them and get the result that basically you want to have. Put it on the bottom here. I want to keep the rust up there. And bottom here. I want to go a little bit into the antebellum blue over here. Can you see that? Yeah. On this side here, I want to go a little bit in the antebellum blue. I'm having a mermaid tail now, I have to think. Which brush I'm just having in my hand. So I'm going to move that in there a little bit. Moist it up. And you can see when you keep brushing like this, you know, how the two colors already move together. So that's not much of a problem. Come back in with the antebellum blue. Move it down here a little bit. Come back with the mermaid tail. Those are pretty tricky areas, as you can see. You know, this is, but you can keep it moving until you're happy with the result. Go back and forth. Basically just if it's you could still basically use an eraser brush if it's not working that way, but I'm gonna go last time like this. And then I'm just going to get my a small one. round large, just to get that a little bit together on the side there. And I'm just going to, I keep that dry, I keep that totally dry, and just do like a little swirly motion. It's almost like a butterfly kiss, and then you can see how that basically has done the trick now. That's it. That's it. Do a little bit on top there, and there you go. That's how I want to have it. So obviously I'm going to do something a little different with the trim now, but this is basically the direction it is going now. And yes, I'm gonna get the camera out and get you a little closer. You can see close up. Okay, hang on guys. I'm gonna get you flying again. So there you go. Let me see. Let's turn it around, and there you go. That's basically how it's going to look now. And that's the blending, and you can see the rust and stuff like that, the patina dripping, the antebellum blue, the aubergine on top. So that's basically the direction everything is going at the end. Okay, so then put you back in. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Dixie Belle. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you want to shop the products, go to the Dixie Belle page, look for your local retailer there. If you haven't got one over here in Europe, I'll be happy to help you out. My link is also on top. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a message, put it in the comments. I'll come back to them later. I thank you so much for your time. Dixie Belle, I thank you so much for having me on your page, and I hope everybody is all right. And guys, please stay safe and healthy. And again, my name is Angela. I'm with Elfen Helden, a local retailer, premier retailer for Dixie Belle over here in Frankfurt in Germany. And I hope to see you next time. I'll be back on next Tuesday, same time, and then we get going with this piece. I've ordered some knobs. They are not there yet, so I can show you then the next time. Guys, you stay safe and healthy, and thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye. Cheers. Bye. Thank you, Dixie Belle.